Hey everyone, what is up? It is Unfair Variable here, and today we're gonna be very chill. This is gonna be a very calming little game, and that's because today we are playing 100 Christmas Cats. Now, this is going to be the first in a series of games. I'm actually gonna go back to the settings because I actually want to turn on the timer to see how quickly we can find all 100 of these cats. Uh, and I'm not searching for them in the home screen before we're getting started. But this is the first in a series, not necessarily of this game, but of me going through games that I have in my Steam or Epic Games library that I've never touched before, that I've never even bothered to open, and giving them a genuine fair shot and review. So this is the first game we're doing because I just wanted to do something that seemed very calming and easy to do today. And all this is a little hidden game where we are searching for. Oh my god, that one's name is Flicker. Where we are searching for 100 cats. We found Clarice and Scrooge, of course. Has to be a Scrooge. Zephyr. Okay. That one? Yes. Velvet. Chimney. Blurry. Polar. Okay, I'm gonna stop reading their names because if I keep reading their names, there will be nothing else to this video besides me reading the cat names, which are absolutely amazing, by the way. But you can see them uh, as I click on them, as I try to spot these 100 cats. Now, I have seen like little clips of the person who like draws or helps draw these designs on TikTok before, for these 100 Cats games. Now, a lot of these 100 Cat games are free on Steam. They're just little hidden picture games where you try to find cats in all sorts of scenarios. I've also played 100 Dino Cats before, which is made by the exact same company or group of people or persons. Um, but they literally like hand draw all of these little settings, and they do such a good job. I mean, look at how, oh my god, that is a butt, how detailed these are. Also, I don't think I realized that it can just be like the back ends of a cat. Like, I don't think I thought it had to be like a full cat, like you had to be able to see the head of the cat. But apparently, that is not the case. I almost missed this one. This one's like really big. Oh, and it amazing. Amazing. All this is hanging out of the tree. I find it interesting that there's little like achievements for every single cat. I find it interesting that the achievements for the cats show different photos of different cats, not the cats that I'm actually selecting. And I don't know if that was intentional or accidental or what, but it is what is happening. How many do I have left? I have 60. Is that 61 or 67? 61. Okay, I have 60 cats left. Oh, that one's name was Rudolph. Speed run. Let's find cat. Which like it's ironic that I chose this game to play first, considering that my name is in fact Cat with a C, not Cat with a K. And that is because my name is Katarina, in case you did not know this about me. Now you do. I love how they meow whenever I click on them. Ironically, I am more of a dog person. I love cats, don't get me wrong. I do love cats. I think they're super cute. Actually, I think cats are far cuter than dogs are. But as far as like personalities go, I tend to lean more of a dog person. Now, when I was younger, I was 1000% a cat person, and there was nothing you could do to change my mind. Of over time, as I've grown and changed as a person, I realized that in a pet, I want something who I can hug and cuddle, and I want to be able to teach it things. You can't train a cat, and that's fine. You're not supposed to be able to train cats. Cats are independent beings, right? And that is something to be loved about them. It's just personally not what I'm looking for in a pet. You know, this should be a cat cafe. It doesn't say it is, but it should 1000% be a cat. Then again, I don't know what this word means. That's just me, though. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit because we're down to the last 20 cats. And it's always when you get down to the last few that you're like, wait a second, what am I missing? And I'm obviously missing some, like, obvious ones if there's still, like, more than 10 left. Sometimes you just gotta look at the broader picture of things, which this is an absolutely beautiful illustration, by the way. It's perfect for the holiday season, which is why I chose to play this game too. I knew that Christmas is coming up for those of you who celebrate it, and even for those who don't. This is not like a very specific to Christmas scene necessarily. It's just a very wintry scene in general. You know, it's decorated for the general holidays. I actually don't celebrate Christmas. I celebrate Yule. And I celebrate it for 12 days, and that day starts on December 21st, and it ends on January 1st. And that is a fun fact about Unfair Variable. Um, I did grow up celebrating Christmas, though. I want to be clear about that. I grew up celebrating Christmas, and then as an adult, I feel like I don't appreciate the kind of inherent capitalism that comes with Christmas. And I feel like by celebrating Yule, I am able to avoid some of that in my personal life. And it makes for a much more fun and relaxing holiday season for me. For me, it's a lot less about like the religion behind it and a lot more about spending time with family and also just celebrating the change of the seasons. Because I do tend to celebrate all the seasons as they come and go. I celebrate all the different holidays in relation to the seasons. I got 12 left. I got 12. Really? I am starting to have trouble with this. Sorry guys, I am like in focus mode now. I'm trying so hard to find these last couple of cats. I remember when I did 100 Dino Cats, I obviously didn't record it, but when I did 100 Dino Cats, I like spent 20 minutes looking for the very last cat because I didn't see it. I could not spot it. It was just drawn in a way that for me personally was really hard to find. Which I think that's a good thing. I think that shows how like well this art is really done. If there's some that are like fairly obvious and then some that take you a little bit longer to look for. Maybe a bit longer than intended, but that's a me issue more than like an illustration issue. I wish I had. Oh, here's one. I wish I had the talent to be able to make something like this, but I cannot draw, unfortunately. I can do lots of crafts. I can. I can crochet. I'm good at web design. I know HTML. I Oh, that is a cat. Oh, and here's another one. I've looked at this tree so many times that I've never noticed this too. What was I saying? Oh yeah, craft. There are many different craft mediums that I pride myself on being good at. Crocheting, knitting, nail art is one of them. Um, but as for like drawing or sculpting, those are just not my forte. You know what I mean? I had to click that cat to see if it counted. It does not count. It's just the cat counter tracker. And I have unlocked hints, but I'm gonna try not to use hints. Because I don't want to. I wanna do this on my own. I wanna find all the cats on my own. Um and maybe that's a little bit like pretentious of me. Um as someone who like advocates for easy levels in video games. Now, I say this as someone who is obsessed with rage games, okay? The Bloodborns of the world, the Cupheads of the world, uh, the Getting Over It's of the world, even. Those games are made for me. I love them. I'll binge them. I'll grind them until they're complete. However, in the same breath, I am the first person to say that all of those games that I have listed should have an easy mode in their accessibility menus. Not for me and not for the standard player, but for players with anxiety who want to feel included. And I know that that's a hot take, and I know that a lot of people are not going to agree with me on that. And the way I know a lot of people are not going to agree with me on that is because I saw this in a gaming hot takes distractible subreddit. Um, Distractible being Mark, Bob, and Wade's podcast, Markiplier's podcast, that they have together in their subreddit. That was one of their questions, like, what are your hot takes? And that was one that someone said. And I was like, I actually really agree with that. And a lot of people didn't. A lot of people were like, no, those games are made to be hard. If you can't handle the heat, get out of the kitchen, stuff like that. And I understand where they're coming from as someone who plays those games as they're truly meant to be played. But Cuphead was able to do this. Cuphead has an easy mode. And through Cuphead's easy mode, you cannot complete the storyline, but you can still play the game. You can still get an essence for what the game is while still keeping the core of difficulty of Cuphead sacred by locking the story behind it. And even if, like, for someone with anxiety, just the practice that they can get for a game in an easy mode, or even for, like, newer gamers who maybe don't know how gaming works that well, I feel like that sort of stuff's really important, and I don't care that a lot of people would disagree with me on that. Okay, there are 5 cats left here. There are 5 cats left, not including me, and not including this one that has the little hint bubble. I want to click on the hint so bad, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to. We're at 13 minutes. Can I find these last 5 cats before I hit 20 minutes? Is that a possibility? I feel like there might be maybe like over here somewhere. Okay, we're gonna zoom in like a lot. Like we're gonna zoom in like as tightly as you can zoom in now. Because sometimes all you need is a change in perspective, and that goes for this game, and it goes for most things in life as well, I think. Sometimes all you need in order to see things as they truly are is a change in how you're looking at it. Here I am trying to be philosophical when I'm playing a game that's entire purpose is to click on 100 cats, and I'm not doing a good job at it. I love how many of the cats have butts, and I'm gonna say that, and that is as detailed as I'm going to get with that for YouTube monetization reasons. But if the creator of this game ever sees this, I hope that they know that I see this, and I love it. I am the target audience for whatever this is, because this is incredibly relaxing to me. And I absolutely commend you guys for making these games free. And obviously, by the way, if you didn't know, there are ways to like pay for extra content if you want to support the creators of these games, which I absolutely recommend you do. I personally, I always try to link my games in the description for whatever game I'm playing. I'm not sure if I'll be able to, if this game's like gonna be available for me to link on YouTube or not. But if it's not like directly available through YouTube for me to link, like I do with most of my videos, then I will put a link to the Steam listing for this game in the description below so you guys can get it for yourself and search for all of these cats. Though, of course, you've like watched me click on them, so I'm sure that maybe you won't want this one. But as I said, they have a bunch of games. There's like 100 robot cats. I think there's like 100 Asian cats. There's like a lot of cats. I would be curious to find out how many cats total these creators have drawn. Because it's gotta be a lot of cats. If it's 100 cats per drawing, sorry, I cannot make a purring sound. I've never been able to make a purring sound, but I really wanted to make that joke because it was right there. But like, if it's 100 cats per drawing, and with how many of these games that have been made, I'm really curious, like, how many this studio has made. Okay, I'm gonna zoom out entirely, and I'm gonna use one of the hints. Over here, somewhere, is a hidden cat. But where? Hello? Am I dense? Am I missing something? Gotta be. It's right in front of my face. Oh my god, there it is. Okay, I got one. Four more. That one like blended in really well for me. It took me a minute to see it even after using the hint. Really trying to look in all these like crevicey spaces now. Oh, got it. I knew you were a little too particular to not be a cat. Okay. Sorry, again, I am like hyper focused right now. Like, I will find these cats. Hmm. Looking at this is already getting me excited for the holidays. What do you guys have on your holiday wish list this year? I don't even know what kids want these days for like Christmas and stuff. It's like the toys when I was a kid and like what kids ask for these days is probably significantly different. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I don't think the evolution of technology is necessarily a bad thing. I think there are pros and cons to it. And I watched Crank Gameplays, aka Ethan Nestor's video very recently about how he is not a fan of the direction that the internet is going. And I agreed with the vast majority of the hot takes that he had in that video. And at the same time, it kind of pains me just a little bit to say that I agree with him because it makes me feel old to agree with that sentiment of, oh, back in my day, we didn't have this, that, and the other, and it was so much better. But it really does feel that way. It almost makes me really cringe at like how I used to act and respond whenever I'd hear like my parents saying the same thing. But I feel like every generation kind of hopes and wishes that they had the best childhood, that they had what was best. Okay. There's another cat in here somewhere. Where are you, kitty? This took up like mostly the tree, right? Is it in the tree somewhere? Hmm. Well, is he right here? He is. Yes. That one's name was Figgy, by the way. I don't know if like the Steam achievements correspond with individual cats, or if you get the Steam achievements in a certain order. Okay, we did not get this in under 20 minutes, but hopefully we'll get it in under 25. We got 2 left. Then go ahead and use this hint. Okay. There it is. Got it. Last one. Just so that we can wrap this up a little bit. Found it. Oh. Just like that. We have found all of the cats. And like I said, you are able to purchase for these games, and it would unlock you different cats and stuff, I assume. I haven't done it, but I plan to do it in the future. As always, I am Unfavorable. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to make this a series on my channel where I just explore new games and have some fun. I really enjoy these 100 Cats games. Go and give the creator some love, guys. Please, they absolutely deserve it. I mean, look at some of the options that they have here on the main menu. 100 London cats, 100 capitalist cats, 100 pirates cats, ninja cats, Paris cats, Asian cats. If you love cats, or you love hidden picture games, or you just love supporting small creators in general, which is incredibly important to do around this holiday season, go ahead and check these guys out. And remember to like, comment, and subscribe because that really helps me out in the holiday season. And I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Toodaloo.